2025, the month that we are in right now, Roger, what's going to happen?
Raj Stradamus says, of course, Switch 2 is announced, but I got to add a little bit of fun here. I did see, a lot of the stuff is based off of gaming leaks and rumors. You all see the stuff, but I'm going to take it a little bit further. I saw something that said that
Fidel Castro.
Pharrell Williams' company is working on like the song for the commercial of the reveal of the Switch 2. I think that's probably true. That sounds fun. Like that sounds like a good idea.
I like that.
And I also saw that Sabrina Carpenter was potentially part of this. So my prediction here.
This is all stuff you know. This is all rumor you've heard.
Yeah, this is all
she
rumors.
references Nintendo in the hit song Espresso.
Exactly. So I
It
think
references a lot of other things Nintendo doesn't want to be connected to. You know what I mean?
but she's part of Dunkin' Donuts now, and they're a wholesome brand. So like, you know,
Fair enough.
Nintendo will want to pick her up. Yeah, exactly. So my idea is in the trailer, you know, you're gonna have the generic thing of everyone playing the Switch, walking around the rooftop, you know, doing that thing. But she's gonna be on stage. Maybe you're gonna have the cut of like a fan in the audio or in line playing the Switch. They're in the audience. Oh my gosh, Sabrina Carpenter. She's singing. She's doing her thing. She gets off stage and she's tired. Right? She's tired. She goes to her green room. She sits down. She picks up her Switch. She's playing it, and she's like, you know what? Presses the C button, which is that extra button that they have. Connects to the dock wirelessly.
It's a cast button.
It's a
not
cast
a
button.
camera button.
It's a cast button, and wirelessly she can now connect to the dock, and she's playing her Switch on the TV. So I think that is the fun feature, the fun hardware feature that Nintendo is adding to the Switch to make it a little different.
Raj, that goes hard.
Yeah, I like that idea, and the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. It is connecting to the Wii U. I don't know what the screen does. Maybe it just goes black. Maybe some games actually have some features, but I think that is a compelling argument for a Switch 2, being able to just sit there, not even have to worry about the dock. You just press a button, boom, it's on the TV.
Tim,
Yeah.
I know it's insane to say,
Say it.
right? Obviously, the Switch 1, I think, took the sins of the Wii U and made them right. What if, based on what Roger's saying, the Switch 2 takes even more of those sins and makes them right? What if it is like a dual screen experience? What if you are like, okay, cool, you could do the touchscreen shit on your Switch too, but then while you're casting to your TV, like that gives you unique features.
Yeah.
Bringing the 3DS back essentially in a way.
I mean,
dual screen experience.
I think it's less 3DS, but DS, right?
Yeah.
Opening up the world to the DS being on Nintendo Switch Online. I'm right there with you. I think that this is a lock. Like, I think that
a lock.
Wow.
Sorry, the one thing that I don't know is a lock is it January?
or Sabrina Carpenter.
Like, I think it's January. I do.
Yeah.
But no, the Sabrina, all that stuff, I believe.
Yeah,
Wow.
that sounds right, honestly.
I really, really believe. The details of her actually doing all, I don't know about that.
They're
but, like,
really kicking Brie Larson to the curb like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
After the
fucking
Marvels,
crazy. They're giving in to the fucking incels out
crowd.
there.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
2025,
Anti-woke crowd.
Sabrina Carpenter higher on the totem pole than Brie Larson. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Brie Larson
Absolutely.
has had quite the fall. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
terms of her stock.
Right now, if
value.
you want to speak to America, you get Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm not even
That is
saying
a
you're
fact.
wrong. I'm just hurt by it. Like I
Yeah.
don't like
Or
this
Donald Trump,
truth.
but-
You know.
You're not on the Sabrina Carpenter train?
It's this
No, I
or
love
that.
Sabrina
This or that.
Carpenter. I'm just like it hurts my heart that Brie
Yeah.
Larson is being done dirty this way.
I agree.
In the video,
She's not done dirty. She had her
Sabrina
moment.
Carpenter's
She had
like,
her
Brie, do you
No,
want to
she's
play?
being
Just
done very
kidding.
dirty.
By Nintendo?
By the world. By the incels.
Yeah.
She's being done incredibly, incredibly dirty. Brie Larson?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would put her on the top 10 list of like.
It's her,
she
and then
does
it's
not deserve
Abby
this
from The
shit.
Last of Us.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Straight up. But yeah, no, I think that Sabrina Carpenter and Pharrell to some extent are involved in the.
You think Pharrell himself is in it too, or is it
I
just
don't know, but just the production, just like the
Pharrell
music.
better stay out of it. He had his moment. Pharrell had the big hat moment. He had the big hat moment. He had the Robin Thicke moment, and he had the
Robin Thicke moment.
Pharrell's been around for over 20 years.
Like, he had his moments.
He had his Lego
He doesn't
movie.
need to be in the Nintendo thing.
Yes, he does.
Ben
I
doesn't
stand
know
by Pharrell.
Ben doesn't know Pharrell.
He can.
all right?
Happy.
He will.
No.
He will.
Yeah.
Well, because of Happy?
Because of everything he's ever done and will continue to do.
He's always been
It's
relevant.
time to go behind the scenes, Pharrell. Nobody wants you up front anymore. All right? Nobody wants you in front of it.
He's always
Let the
kind
new
of been
mostly
generation
behind
go.
the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you better fucking stay there for the Nintendo Switch commercial.
You're right. He's
Pharrell, if we're watching a reacts and it's fucking Sabrina Carpenter casting away and Pharrell pops his giant fucking head in there, I'm out.
Here's the thing. I personally, I don't think Pharrell appears in the commercial.
Yeah.
I think he
That's all I'm saying.
produces some kind of
And that
like,
I'm fine with.
like the Switch 2 jingle. I could easily see see being
Sure,
produced
that
by
sounds
Pharrell.
great. Stay back.
Why do you hate Pharrell so much?
I'm sick of seeing him. I'm sick of seeing him.
crying.
He's got
crying.
too much. He should be. You know what I mean?
No.
Look how
No,
big his
man.
head
Why'd
is.
you
His
bring up this
neck.
picture, Kevin? Because just to be clear, that's not the big hat.
No,
Wait, I'm sorry. What? Why did I? Because he was crying. I just-
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
okay,
crying.
okay,
He's
okay,
real
okay,
sad.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Pharrell. I mean, it's
we
constantly
love
25.
Pharrell. Yeah. But no, I think you're right. But I do also I do.
Right. And you all right?
We're back. We're back.
Andy, you okay?
Andy is fine.
I definitely saw whatever comment made you go, but I forgot it.
No, it wasn't even a comment. I just had an ice cube like go to the back of my throat. I panicked. I had a panic moment.
Holy shit! I think that it will cast, and I
Wait.
think it'll cast wirelessly. So, Roger, I think you're absolutely right there.
I'm just unclear as to what is going to be on the screen.
So
as
everyone
the
explain
cast.
this to me then, because you know me, I don't keep up with the Nintendo rumors as much, because he seemed like in the weeds rumors more than
Yes.
like something we would cover on Games Daily. For the cast, it's going to cast to the dock, not the TV, and would there not be latency because it's going to the dock? Is the idea?
Yeah, there will be. I mean, that's just cloud stuff has gotten so good. Like
So
this will
good
all
now.
be dependent on your Wi-Fi network and everything. But like,
But
we're
is
at
it-
a place where
would it,
this
or
is a
it-
normal
so
thing.
So it'd be using Wi-Fi to connect to the dock.
It might have its own chip, right? Like there's
Yeah.
there's ways you can get around this, but even through Wi-Fi, like I use my Xbox, and I do the the local remote play or whatever.
I do that too.
Yeah, but like I use it as a controller sometimes when I'm desperate. Like there was one moment when I was at back home and I didn't have a controller, it was dead or something, and I used like my Steam Deck as a controller. I was like, this works perfectly. Like you
Yeah.
can easily do this.
I view it as a proprietary thing, where almost
Yeah.
like PlayStation Link, where it is like there's their own proprietary technology that allows casting, and like obviously with anything, there's always going to be latency. But I think when you have it as an in-house thing, like hey, this is a Nintendo
And it's
product,
only talking to that.
it is
thing.
only
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
that thing. Like you're going to have like such a low amount of latency that it might not even matter.
Yeah, I think it's going to work. Like, I don't think it's going to be like the work
Yes.
as well as.
and
if
you
it's,
hear
like,
the sound
actually-
effect, like
Yeah, it's
that
they're gonna go
just
hard.
is such a yeah, it makes so much
There's
sense.
gonna be a cute little feedback on the screen that like you're gonna see like the screen
Some
that kind of
little thing.
flash.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys, it would be, hey, I'm Pharrell. You're doing it Wildest. Bye. That's what you all want, huh? That's the Pharrell world you all want.
Nailed it. But Greg, to go deeper into your question about like where this is coming from, a lot of the leaked images of what the Joy-Cons might look like at this point, leaked images of what the Joy-Cons might actually freaking be.
Yeah, I've
like
seen that
in the
too,
last
yeah.
week or two, I feel like things have went from diagrams to like in hand, but there is a mysterious button on it. Of,
Oh
like,
no,
what,
I've seen that. I know that.
Okay.
I've heard. I haven't had a conversation with anyone about what the C means, so I was just wondering how the casting.
I mean, if
rumor would work.
if the C is a camera, then I changed my prediction where they're recording Sabrina Carpenter in the crowd. Because that is kind of a meme, right? Using Nintendo products as
That
like,
was
well,
Chapel Roan.
yeah,
Chapel Roan, when
exactly.
she saw that in the crowd.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
you bitch,
yeah.
are you using a
But
DS?
it's Sabrina herself. Like, there's the picture of her with I forget what guy it was. It was before
Barry.
Rat Boy, before Barry. I think it was
call
a
him
different
Joker.
Rat Boy. And
call him the Joker.
They were chilling there, and he had his like they were playing DS.
Oh,
together.
that's cute. Okay.
So like, there's lineage here for sure.
I like that.
So yeah, the wireless dock stuff, I believe it. Let's talk January.
You ever think about hitting her up?
Well, what?
No, let's
You
talk
ever think about
January
Sabrina
Oh, okay.
Carpenter hit her up?
for Switch.
I think there's a good chance. There have been this is one of those things where the rumor mill for the Switch 2 has gone so deep that I don't even know where we're at with anything anymore. But I remember there being talks of like a Switch 2 announcement happening in January. I don't know if I stand by that as far as like the legitimacy of it, but I think if we're talking about what makes sense, I think a January reveal for it could make sense in the coming weeks. But honestly, I can probably say that about any month.
That's the thing about it, where it's at this point we've all been waiting so long for this and thinking it's around the corner for so long that it has to be around the corner. So yeah, January makes sense.
Yeah.
I just feel like the rumor, right, was that you remember we were coming up on Kind of Funny Day. There was this rumor suddenly of like, well, Nintendo's going to want to do it immediately. They want to get it done as fast as possible. You're like, okay, well, is that actually happening on the 3rd when we come back, or now we're here in this week? Are we going to hear something about it?
This has to be the year for Shovel Knight or for a fucking Hollow Knight Silk Song, right? Like
It has
that's
to
where
be.
we're at with Switch news. I think like I would dollars to donuts, Greg. Those Pop-Tart donuts out there that I just bought.
How were they? They look good. I didn't grab
Did
it.
anyone have the small
Okay.
Pop-Tart on top of it?
No.
No, I looked at it.
Let's all
Yes.
cut it into fours.
No,
I noticed that
didn't.
it's okay to cut a donut up, but you cut a tip of a pizza off, you're in trouble.
No, we're not doing this.
Not to mention, he fucking bought tacos. All right, stay out of my pizza box, you raccoon. It
They
was
weren't
my
good.
pizza.
They weren't good. The
Looks
burritos
like
weren't
pizza.
good.
We traditionally get a Nintendo Direct in January or February, and normally February, I would say, we get more of them. So with that, I feel like we will assuredly get something on the
It's
Switch
not a
2
direct though,
bef-
right?
before-
Like it's just
No,
like
but I-
24 hours ahead of time. Like see the future of Nintendo tomorrow,
But my
right?
point is, I don't think we see another direct without knowing about the Switch 2
that's a good
because
call.
I do not think we get another direct that's like, we will not be talking about the Switch 2. I think the next direct, we're talking about the Switch 2. So I think January could make a lot of sense for a February direct that shows a lot more things. Although I do think that it wouldn't be a direct. I think that like whatever their follow-up thing is going to be like what they did in January 2017 for showing off everything. of
Honestly,
the
you
Switch.
saying that would make me think, because I don't think here's the thing. I don't think our first showing of the Switch 2 is a like sit down event, like hour long thing, right? I think they have to lead off with a commercial. I think they have to lead off with something that is 2 minutes long that everybody sees. You can push to the world, right? Like you have to go for the mass audience with your first foot, right? And then you follow up with the hour long thing, or like the more detailed. Here are all the games. Here's all this shit.
And
So,
they're different presentations.
I think for sure they're different things.
That's what they did with the Switch 1.
Yeah, that is
Commercial
true.
in October, presentation January, launch in March.
So I could see commercial January, and then to Tim's point of like the February direct or whatever, right? Like I'm with you that you don't get to a direct without having the Switch 2 announced already. So yeah, like I think January commercial, February presentation. Not even the direct, it's a presentation.
Okay.
there's a
Well, we'll talk
stage.
more about the Switch later on.
I'll take this one
Oh.
step further, though, just adding something to this. I've been saying it, but I stand by it, and now I want to add a little extra fun for myself. Elden Ring will be in this commercial.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That'd
You
have
think?
some
Yeah. Okay.
fun.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Sabrina Carpenter's going to be playing Elden Ring.
no.
she's not. No,
That's what she cast.
She's gonna be
That's
playing.
what she
No.
cast.
She's gonna
that's
play-
fire.
She's gonna be playing 1-2 Switch 2.
One, two, switch,
three,
two.
1-2 Switch 2. That's fine.
Everybody wants to switch. This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, and then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones you're not using anymore and save more money. Rocket Money has helped multiple members of Kinda Funny learn they were still paying for things that they totally didn't even realize. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/kindafunny today. That's rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. rocketmoney.com/kindafunny.
This next one is April. Switch 2 launches. Here is just a few things really quick. We'll just go through it. Some of my launch lineup or launch window lineup. Going off of what Tim has been saying, Donkey Kong and Mario. I think that game is going to be called Mario and Donkey Kong Odyssey. We just fully do it. We just do Mario and Donkey Kong Odyssey.
I like that.
Elden Ring is going to be in the launch window. It's going to Elden Ring Night Rain specifically, but I think you're going to get both those games, either as a package or separately, whatever. But Night Rain is going to be in the marketing.
Is
They're
Brie Larson going to be playing with Sabrina Carpenter in the video?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Metroid
Can you
Prime.
imagine? the squad gets together.
Metroid Prime 4, of course. Here's my weird one here, which I know we've talked about. We've had these conversations about. I am still very bullish on. I think Animal Crossing. This the highest selling physical game in Japanese history, right? Like it is a game that literally I know so many people in my life that only have Switches that have only played Animal Crossing. That is it. To me, that is a bigger priority for them to put that on that Switch at launch to get people to pay $70 for it than maybe even a Mario Kart potentially, like at least getting that audience of people in on the Switch too. That is exciting. And also it makes sense timeline wise, right? The game came out in 2020 and they stopped development of any DLC almost immediately. They had 2 packs and they were like, we're done, bye. Like they just stopped updating that game.
So you're telling me you think we're
Yes.
getting 3D Mario, Animal Crossing, and Metroid Prime 4 all at launch?
Launch window. It could be
Okay.
the next 6
Okay.
months or
Okay.
whatever. Like
Okay.
we're not
Okay.
getting it launch, but within that 6 months, I see that as a thing. I didn't put any Zelda, which you can't count out Zelda, but also all I can think of was like a Wind Waker remaster or something like that.
I'm
I
a
don't
believer
know.
of Rostradamus right now.
Yeah,
gotta tell you.
I don't know, man.
If he's giving me an Animal Crossing at launch, I'm in. Whatever, yeah.
One more thing to throw in here. there's got to be a negative with all this, right? There's got to be some weird Nintendo decision, right?
WND.
So mine,
$1,000.
so mine is that every first party game that was available on Switch has a 4K upgrade for $7, but it's available for free as part of a Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh wow,
That's not a bad decision.
So they have it so you can buy it piecemeal, or if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you get the 4K upgrade. It's only in the first party games, or maybe they have some third party, connections there, but they're gonna just do that. So
I'm
that's
with
my
you on
thought.
that to some extent, but I don't think they offer it piecemeal. I think that they really just want to push
Nintendo
the
Switch
Nintendo
Online.
Switch Online, and that's how they
That's
get people in. But on top of that, I don't think that this is how it's going to work. I don't think that they can just be like, hey, it's all these games are
Well,
now
no, they're
gonna
gonna
be 4K.
work. They're gonna work on your Switch too. They might even run a little bit better. They're just a patch that will make it look even better. Like they put actual work into making these games look like 4K.
That's
beautiful.
the part that I'm just not sure that that's
Interesting.
gonna happen. I mean, I feel like they're going to figure. I don't think they're just your existing games can now look better. I think that it will be like remaster choice by choice, like certain packs for certain games that they really are like, hey, there's like it doesn't even it doesn't have to be a full game or whatever. It
Yeah.
could just be like,
About to choke on another ice cube.
but it's not just gonna be like every first party game. I don't think so.
I mean, people are mad in the chat, but Nintendo does crazy shit.
That's the thing
Nintendo
is,
does
like, I
crazy
kind
shit.
of believe it.
Yeah.
Right? Like the idea of it even being remasters. Like I am buying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a third time, right? To like play in 4K. It sounds crazy enough to work, right? If I'm Nintendo and I'm like, how do we get more money out of these guys? But also like, how do we maintain our Nintendo identity? Oh, let's fucking pay for more.
Exactly.
Let's retain this value in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because even though it's a 7-year-old game, still slaps. It still rocks.
I don't want it to happen, but I don't know.
I don't know if I've
see
been
it.
more excited for anything in the last decade than I am for this Switch.
Let's go, baby.
Like I am legitimately so excited to have just better looking running versions of games that Nintendo knows what the fuck they're doing with art direction. And that's why anytime you open a game, it's like, God, this looks incredible. And yeah, it doesn't run great. But man, opening up Mario Party over the break, Jamboree, it's like, dude, they're so good with how their games are presented and just like look and appeal. And that shit's going to be oh my
And the
God.
thing
But
is,
are you
it's-
thinking that this will actually solve that, or is it going to be you turn on Switch 2 and you're still like, it still is not as good as it could have been?
No, because I know what this. I go into a Nintendo experience and ecosystem knowing
Your
that
bar's lower.
I'm not. Yeah, my bar is automatically lower. I mean, the fact that if you gave me a PC game that looked and ran like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I would have said, "Fuck, I'm not playing this shit." But when it's on Switch, I'm like, man, this is number 9 on my top 10. This is a great experience
really
or whatever.
is.
But yeah, definitely my bar is absolutely lower.
I mean, my thing is like just turning it on and the menu being in 4K is going to go such a long way. Like just the entire experience of how just blurry things look, it feels lesser then. And yeah, I feel like that alone is going to solve. So
I'm
much.
of two minds where Roger says $7. I'd pay more for that to get Tears of the
$10?
Kingdom to like look and run.
I mean,
smoother.
$10 makes sense.
I mean, I would
I
pay
mean,
money.
if they bundle it into Switch Online, what a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other
Get 'em in
mind
there.
though is Nintendo has never been about fidelity, right? Nintendo, I don't think has ever been great about we're gonna market this for how much better your things are gonna look because they're always gonna lose that fight, right? Because if I'm gonna pay more to play a better looking Tears of the Kingdom, I'm still gonna look at any game on my Xbox or my PlayStation and go, okay, but it doesn't look as good, like anywhere near as good as the best stuff I'm playing over here. Why am I spending $10 to play this game and it looks now like a PS4 title?
I mean, it's gonna look. I mean, PS4,
does
Uncharted
look-
4,
does
like
look
that
better
game
than the
looks
Switch
insane.
one, yes.
Yeah, way good. But I get what you're saying. That's why I just don't see them doing like, hey, everything looks beautiful and everything's hunky dory with your Switch One. You put in Tears of the Kingdom and it runs at 60 FPS and it's 4K. I'm like, I don't see that whatsoever. Like, they will give you that ability to play Tears of the Kingdom at 60 FPS in 4K eventually. Is that going to be a remaster or is that just going to be an upgrade and they're trying to get money out of it? I see that as an easier way for them to get money. It's just be like, hey, here's the patches. It has $10 each or whatever.
So excited.